Hello and welcome to a new gas video, genuinely approachable Sudoku today. We'll do 5 puzzles. They're all from what I've just checked is actually called the Daily Sudoku Puzzle channel. I don't think I've ever got that name right. And I apologise. It's on Discord, on our Discord server. The links are under the video, along with the links to our merchandise and our apps, and to Patreon, where there's always some great stuff. And today, the deadline for the Jedi Numeric Alchemy is tomorrow. So get going on that last puzzle if you've got one to finish up, if you want to be in with a chance of a shout out for getting them all done, or indeed get on with that last puzzle in the first 5 if you want to be in with a chance of a prize. So do check out our Patreon merch and apps links, and they're all on the links under the video, as is a link that exists for now to get on the list of people getting the book 2 as well, which is available for a short while. Anyway, those are all available, and the first links under this video are to these puzzles. Now, the links are only provided in tiny URL links into our software. There's no FPuzzles links for this set, because at the time when these puzzles were done, FPuzzles had a weird rerouting issue. So don't blame me for that. You've got to blame whatever bots or bad actors infiltrated FPuzzles for a while and got cleared out later. So there you go. I really understand that 99% of people can play these through the tiny URL links in our software. So I think that ought to do. And if you can't, use a VPN or something. Anyway, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to read out not just the rules, but the whole Discord blurbs for these puzzles, because they can be very entertaining. And we start with this gas, which is from December the 14th, in fact. It's a bit odd somehow doing pre-Christmas puzzles post-Christmas, but it gives us a chance to investigate Philip's Christmas song puns. Anyway, for the first puzzle, Bill says, "G'day to my former students who watch this channel every now and then, who Mark now has to say hi to because I put it in the intro. I'm such a sly devil sometimes." Well, hi Bill's former students, great to meet you. Today's gas is a David and Goliath Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That means 1 to 9 in every row, every column and every box of the grid. Some digits are clearly provided, which is nice. Each capsule, you can see what a capsule is here, must contain 1 low digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and 1 high digit, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, he says, if you know a capsule contains 5, you don't know anything about the other digit. I already said I'm a sly devil. And the dinosaur, so there are hat times as well. I didn't explain those. You're awarded 2 notional party hats if you solve the puzzle in a very quick time, which can range between 5.5 and 8.5 minutes, something in that range. And then there's a 1 hat time, which is a bit slower than that. And if you get the puzzle finished outside those times, you're awarded a dinosaur. The gas makers they name a dinosaur for each day, and today's dinosaur was a devilish Diabloceraptos. And then we will go on to Philip's first puzzle of this set, which is here, and is called Have a Holly Jolly Classic. Philip has been using Christmas songs and adapting them. I was so tempted to call this puzzle Wonderful Classic Time, he says. I don't think either of those work as well as the last 2 puns, Philip. I'm going to say so. There we go. And today's gas is a classic Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and that's it. So for once I didn't say this is a great introduction to variant Sudoku. It turns out I was right to not say that, because this isn't variant Sudoku, this is Sudoku. And the dinosaur is a jolly Jiangshanosaurus. We will move on to Clover's puzzle, a Delimited Kropki it's called, and she says, "Today you can have just a little bit of negative constraint as a treat. Not too much though, or you'll spoil your Sudoku." Today's gas... I can't believe I finished my drink before starting this. That's very foolish. Today's gas is a Delimited Kropki Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits and cells joined by a white dot are consecutive. and digits in cells joined by a black dot are in a 1:2 ratio. So we must have consecutive digits there, digits in a 1:2 ratio there, for instance. Along the grey lines only, all Kropki dots are given. So there are no other consecutive digits next to each other or 1:2 ratios next to each other on those lines than the ones that have been given white and black dots. There's no negative constraint outside the grey lines, and it's very important to note that when you have a negative constraint in a Kropki puzzle, this line of rules is important. The pair of digits 1 and 2 may have a dot of either colour, so that could be a 1-2 pair, but so could that. The dinosaur is a delimited Dreadnoughtus. Is Dreadnoughtus a real dinosaur? Oh, what's going on next? Okay, the next puzzle, the intro is strange, so there's a lot of this. You like Bill Murphy's gas intros? They're okay. His early work was a little too anxious for my tastes, but when his second law of thermodynamics trio came out in October, I think he really came into his own commercially and artistically. The whole intro has a clear, crisp focus and a new sheen of consummate professionalism that really gives the Sudokus a big boost. He's been compared to Philip Newman, but I think Bill has a far more abstract, absurd sense of humour. Well, that review of Bill's intros by himself, I suspect, is highfalutin, but quite accurate. Then it says, "Hey Halberstram, yes, at Daily Sudoku Solver, why are there copies of The Art of Sudoku all over the place? Do you have a dog, a little chow or something?" "No, at Daily Sudoku Solver. Is that a raincoat?" "Yes, it is." I don't know what that is about, Bill. You've totally lost me. In December, Bill released this, his most accomplished intro. I think his undisputed masterpiece is Serial Killer Sudoku. An intro so stupid most people probably don't read the rules, but they should, because it's not just a standard killer, it's also a killer Sudoku where at least one digit has to repeat in each cage. Hey at Daily Sudoku Solver. And then there's this shout of naming the party hats. It says, "Try getting a time of X for 2 party hats or Y for 1 party hat now, you silly goose, you silly goose." I don't know. All other solvers will receive a Patrick Boutian Manonsaurus. And frankly, I never quite understood the rules. Oh, this is another serial killer Sudoku. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. We've done that. Digits in cages must sum to the total at the top left corner, and each cage must have at least 1 repeated digit. Repeated digits may repeat more than once, and more than 1 digit in a cage may repeat, where it doesn't break any other Sudoku rules. Okay, that's a weird rule. It doesn't necessarily make the puzzle hard, but it makes it very hard to adapt your brain to the new puzzle type. That is what I'm going to say. Philip, on the 5th day, of December 18th, Feliz Naviquad or Naviquad. That's a good title, but I'm not going to call it a great one because not even in Philip's accent does Navidad rhyme with quad. That's what I'm going to say. My Christmas gift to Mark today is a short intro. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate it. Today's gas is, especially after Bill's, today's gas is a quadruple Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in corner circles must appear in the surrounding 4 cells in some order. So these cells are 3, 4, 5, and 6 in some order. The dinosaur is a terse Tingrisaurus. And that is all the rules we have to go through. So now we can go back to the first puzzle. I am going to attempt these as quickly as I can while talking, which is a modifier there. I'm going to restart my clock each time so I know my time. Let's get cracking. Okay, so the capsules have 1 low and 1 high, don't they? What does that mean for this one? 9, 8, 2, 4. So this has to be high, and it's not 5, 7, or 8. That is 6 or 9. So this is low, and it's not 3. 9 and 5 has to be in this one. 9 has to be in this one. This has to be low, and it's not 4 or 3 or 5. So this has to be high, it's not 8, 7, or 6. Trying to remember to put 5 on either side of the line is difficult. That's a 1 or a 2 as well. So that's now not 1, 2, or 5, which I shouldn't have listed. That is a 4. It's a little difficult to get started. There's a 4 in that capsule with a big number, which could be any of 6, 8 or 9, but there isn't an 8 there, so it's with an 8 here. This is a 2 along with 6 or 9. Crumbs, this is weird. Okay, that is not 6 or 9. It can see a 6 at the end of the row. So 9 comes out of there. 2, 6, 7, 3, 8, 4. That can't be 5, so it's 1 or 9. It can't be 1 because we've got a pair. Right. 1, 4, 8, 7, 5, 3. 2, 6, 9 here. 1 and 5 up here. They're not resolved yet. 8 and 7 here are. Right. Let's have a look at these then. We're going to have to probably do the same. 8, 7, no, 6, 1, 4, 5. So 2 and 3 are in these. 2 is in this one. 3 is in this one and it's there. That is high. Oh, C's 9, 6, 8 and 5. That's a 7. This one I don't know. I've got 8 and 9 as the high digits. Right, 8 goes there and 9 goes there with a low digit, which is not 1 or 4 or 5. So it's 2 or 3. Okay, and this cage, this box, I mean, 7, 2, 8, 1. So 3 and 4 need to appear. 3 is in that one. 4 is in this one. The high, oh, hang on, 5 counts. Oh, but I can actually see where 5 goes in the box, right? That saved me from having made a mistake before, although I didn't know that it saved me. 1, I don't know, 1, 4 and 9 to place in this bottom row. And there's a sort of chocolate teapot thing going on. 1, 2, 8, 5, 7, 5, 9, 1, 4. I need an 8. It's got to be there in the row. 7, 5, 8, 9, 1, 4. 2, 3 and 6 still to place. Oh, it's not telling me enough. That's because Bill has been quite clever setting this, unfortunately, for me, and I deserve that. Oh, that is seeing an 8. For some reason, I can't read all the way to the ends of rows and columns today. You will say you never can, and you'd be right to an extent. That is a common failing. That's a 9 now. 6 and 4 here. Right, they're filled in. Now I can do most of these triples, maybe all of them. Well, not that one, but I can do the one at the top. Actually, yes, I can do that one entirely. Right, all those triples are done. The rest ought to be virtually plain sailing Sudoku. Except I've got all these pills in the middle section still to resolve. 3 and 4, they're done. That's a 5, 8, 9 triple. Actually, we know that one's a 9. It's a naked single. 6, I can do 7, 9, 6 there. 1, 8, 2. That's not an 8. Right, so let's use these clues, for goodness sake. That's, no, I don't need the clue there. In this column, I don't need the clue. It's just Sudoku. 4 there, 5, 4, 6, 3, 9, 8. So 1, 2, 7. 7 clearly can't go with the 6 or 9. So I did use the clue finally. That's a 4, that's a 3, because there's a 1, 2 pair in the row. That's a 1, that's an 8. What have I got? 2 and 6 left. So 6 that side, 2 there. That finishes that triple. That finishes this pair. 1 triple to go, which are 2, 5, 7. In that order. 4 minutes 35. So I reckon that'll get me the 2 hats. Why is it called David and Goliath? Because there's one big and one little in each capsule. I don't think David and Goliath ever sat in a capsule together, but they should have done. They could have sorted out their differences. Right, let's restart. And a classic, a holly jolly classic. 1, 6, 7, 2, 3. Let's look at the middle. Okay, 9 in row 6 goes there. 9, 1, 2, 7. I'm so tempted by X-wings and things all the time. I can't help it. Right, that is a 7, 3 pair. In fact, that must be naked. It sees all the other digits in its rows, column, and box. That's a 6. That's a hidden single because of those. Then we can do 9, 1. So the central column's done. That's a 2, 8 pair. Now, apart from that, we can put a 7 there. We can't do much else in the central row. I was just wondering if some symmetry would be helpful there. 1 goes there. That's a 2. 3 and 9 finish the box. The 2 finishes the middle box. Then we get, I think this is 4 and 7, which are an X-wing, so we get 7 there and 4 in one of those. And now I've written a 5, and that is just slowing me down. 5, 6 and 8 here, don't know. Right, let's look up this column. 2 can't be anywhere but here. That must be a 5 now. That gives us 8 and 3. 5, 1, 7, 9, 2. So we get a 3 here. 4, 6, 8, triple there. Yeah. Now I'm getting bogged down. 2 in this row, and then there's a 4, 5 pair left. Let's have a look at the top row. 7, 5, 9 to place. 7 must be there. I can't do the 5, 9, although there's a sort of 5 X-wing that doesn't really matter, I think, at the top. Maybe it does. If one of those has to be a 5, and they do for the rows, so that's true for the columns. So I've now used an X-wing in a classic, which is pretty rare for me. 1, 4, 6 in this row, and that's now straightforward. Okay, this is 8 and 5. I don't know the order. 6, 4, 8. Yes, they are resolved. Maybe they were resolved before. 1 and 2. This is a 6. 3, 4, 5 in this area. Ooh, come on. I've got to find something here. 6 is a repeated digit in the columns. There aren't many that are repeated 2 times and not 3, which is irritating. I'm going to have to find something else. 2, 3, 8, 5 to place along here. The 2 must be here. I think that's the last one in the grid. Now, thought I would be placing all remaining digits at that point, and I'm not. Need to do more eliminating of candidates. That's very annoying. Right, in this row, 5, 8. Ah, that's 5 or 8. This is 9. I feel like that must help. Yes, that puts 9 here in box 1. 5, 4, 9. That's a 5. We've got a 4, 8 pair which are resolved. That gives me 5, 8, 5, 8. 3 and 5 down here. 3 here and 4 to finish. 3 minutes 12, which is about normal for me on classics in gas. I think I've done a lot of classics in my life and a lot at speed, so it's a speciality to some extent. Right. Now, delimited Kropki. Oh yes, negative constraints of Kropki along the grey lines only. Okay, let's go. So, that has to be 2 or 4. The black sequence means it's either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. And the same is true here. That is 2 or 4. Okay, that doesn't get a lot done. Now, this must be a full sequence because those don't allow the sequence to reverse. So, it doesn't have a 2 or a 4. Well, no, it's not a fair thing to say that it doesn't have a 2 or a 4 on it. Could actually be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going that way around. So, okay, this is, I don't know, let's go slowly. 2, 6, 8 or 9. This isn't 3. It can't be 1 or that would be another 2. So that's not a 2. This, it's going to have to go down as a sequence from there because it is a sequence. So 5, 7 or 8. 4, 6 or 7. We'll run into an impossibility in a moment. 3, 5 or 6. That can't be 3. That's one impossibility. And this is 4 or 5. We didn't run into any more that I can see. Bother. Okay, that didn't quite work out properly for me. 1, 5, 6, 4, 2. So, I mean, I can see that 8 must be somewhere looking at one of these pairs. As that doesn't feel very helpful. I don't quite know how to go about this yet. There's no racing on this one. That 4 needs either 3 or 5 or both of those to be the same. Doesn't get anything done. That can't be 7. 7 can't... Oh no, it could be on this line. It's fine. This line's a Kropki line, but it's got the negative constraint, which I've already totally forgotten. Maybe I can't use it yet. Yes, I can. Those can't be 7. So 7's in one of those. They also can't be 3 because that would get a black Kropki dot. So they're 8 and 9. Now, does that help at all? This 4 can't be next to 8. That's the important thing. Oh, bother. Mode problem. Right, 98765. So we've got that started. 95627 148. But that can't be 1 or 4 because of the negative constraint. That also can't be 9 or 4, so it's 1 or 3. This one is constrained. 593 147 268. It can't be 2 or 8. There's a lot going on here, and Clover's given it all to us, and I couldn't read it. That can't be 3 or 5, so it's 1 or 2. No, it's not 2. There's a given one at the end. 1 there, so this can't be 1. But it could be 8, which is annoying. Now this one, 2, 3 or 5, but it can't be 2 because of the negative constraint. 3 or 5 there, so this can't be 4 in any way, or it would get a dot. So that's 2 or 8. This must be 4. And this on the other side is 8 because it can't be 2. Right, that now must be 5. Yes, the negative constraint was incredibly helpful once I finally blinking remembered it. That's a naked 1. Now this has to be 1, 2, 4 because there's an 8 in its column. This is the sort of puzzle where I could have made a mistake, I have to say. That's 3 or 9. It can't be 3 by the rule. Oh, that leaves that undecided, which is surprising. 3, 5 or 7 here, but it can't be 7 by the rule. 3 or 5 here, so the 7 in the column is there. That gives us a 7 over here, which must be surrounded by 6 and 8. This pair on the white dot is 3 and 4. We get a 9 there. The 8 and 2 are resolved. I think we're flying now. 1 and 5 in those cells. This is known. It's a 2. 4, 9, 3 over here. That's a 9. I was going to go, why don't 3, 4 have a dot between them? Because they're not on the line. They don't matter. They're not in the rule set. That is a 5 and always has been because of that, which I didn't see earlier. That is 1 or 3, so we place the 4 in the row. That also makes this a 5 with a 4 or a 6 there. Has to be a 6. The 5 sorts 1 and 5, sorts 1 and 4. We get an 8 in the corner. 2 and 7 go in there. Actually, the 3 and 1 are done by the stuff down below. 4, 6, 9, triple. This 3, 5 pair's done. 7 and 8 here. 7 and 8. Oh, no. 7 and 3 here. I misread it. Thank God for that. 2, 6, 9 down here. We can do the 2. Now, that's not 9, that's not 4, that's not 6. So we're just finishing the middle. That's a naked 3. So let's take that down and do 7 and 3. We've got 1 and 8. 5, 6 and 9. That's 6 or 9. So the 5 in the central row is there. Then that is a naked 9, which sorts out all of the pairs outside the central box. Pairs and triples. That's a 6. 2, 4, 7 to go. 2, 4, 7. Ooh, 5 minutes 53. There's just a chance that's outside the time, but I doubt it given the negative constraint. I think the constructors would be generous with that, is my assumption. And we'll go on to serial killers with the repeated numbers within the cage. That's how you can have a 7 gauge in 4 cells. Okay, let's go. So, repeated. 4 has to be 2 1s and a 2. That's the only way it can be made up. Now, there can't be a 1 there. There is a repeat. Is it 2 2s and a 3? Yes, it can't be 2 3s and a 1. It must be. This needs a repeat in those two. Could be 9, 8 or 7, I reckon, so I'm not going to monkey around with that. This one can't be. 2 9s and an 8 for a 26 gauge. Now, there's no 1 in this. There can't be a repeated 2. That digit must repeat there. No, use the 7 first. It must be a repeated 1, mustn't it, with a 2 3 pair, yes. I think all of these cages, despite the rule saying you could have repeat, or doubled repeat digits, I don't think the cage shapes allow that. So this has now got to be at least a 4 repeating, which would be 4 and 4 is 8, plus 2 and 3 at a minimum. No, this would have to be a 5. That's what must be going on. Double 4, 5, 2. Okay, these then are big, so it doesn't help. Okay, that's big, but it's not allowed to have any 9s or a repeat 8. So repeat 7 would be 14. But then you could have 8, 3. Oh, hang on. 3, 2. Didn't realise they'd been done. Okay, this doesn't have a repeat 9, so it either has a repeat 8 with a 7, if my maths is right, or repeat 7 with a 9. That is not possible because of that 9. Okay, so those are 8s. This is now 6, 7 or 9. It can't be 7. It's 6 or 9. Can't be 9 because it is the repeat digit. 12. That's a 2, 3 pair. This 16 could be a repeat 1. Can't be a repeat 3. No, it could be 4 though, with a 1, 7 pair. So I can't risk that one yet. Let's just have a look. Oh, 7 and 9 can be done in that column. Then that's a 3. That's 7 and 1. We finish off the box. 6, 8, 2, 3, 7. We can finish off this box with the givens as well. That's a 6 at the top. 4, 5, 8 coming down there. So 6. So that is a naked 7. That's 6 or 8, and so is that. But I could see possibilities with either 6, 8 or 6, 1 here, so I'm not taking too much account. We get a 2 in the corner. We get a 4 in one of those cells. Which K? It's got to be the 25. No, it's the 16. Come on. It can't be a repeat 4 now. So once that's gone, a repeat 5 will give you too much. So it is a repeat 1. These add up to 14, and one of them's 6 or 8, so the other one is 2. Nice. Okay. That's a 7 by Sudoku. This is 4, 5, 9, but the repeat digit here and here must be a 9. 18 there. Oh, these add up to 15, so they're 8 and 7. So that was always absolutely maximal. I just never spotted it. 1, 7, 9, 8, 2. Bother. There's a 4 down there. There's a 3 up here. 7, 8, 4, 6. Are this 3, 2 pair not done? No, they're not. That is a naked 3 though, and that sorts them out. Stick a 1 there. 2 and 3. 3, 6, 4, 7, 1, 8. 2, 5, 9 still to place in the centre. 9, 5, 3 in this row. The 9 goes there. 3 and 6. Yes, they're done in row. What's his face? Ah, what was that? That was an overtyping of a good number. 4 and 5. 4 and 6 down here. Can't do them yet. 5, 8, 7. I can do all of those. That must let me finish off the 2, 5, 9. It does in that order. This is 4, 5 or 6, and it's the same as that. So it's 5 or 6. Ooh, didn't think I would still have a choice left. Let's do some Sudoku. That's a naked 4. Right, that's going to sort them all out. 5 there. 6 is the repeated... Sorry, I've used the wrong button. 6 is the repeated digit. 7 there. That's a 5. This is a 4, 8 pair that I can't do. That's a 7, 9 pair. I'm just trying to do this by Sudoku now. 4, 6 has been done. 3, 5 at the top. That is a 4 and 8, but it's a deadly pattern that it's going to be resolved by the cage total, which is meant to be 25, 12, 17. That's an 8. There we go. 5 minutes and 9 seconds. That's quite a quick time. I mean, it is a very, very helpful amble through how to use these serial killers. There are various places that you can actually start, and I always pick the low numbers if that's an option. Okay, and we go on to Feliz Naviquad and Phillips. Incredible puns again. So this is a quad Sudoku. Let's go. Right, 2, 3, 7, 8 there. So 7's outside the box. And 1 and 9 must be in this set. I don't know if if I'm looking at the right things. Oh, 3, 5, 6 there, 3, 5, 6 there. That's a triple X-wing. So 3, 5, 6 down here, 3 and a 5, 6 pair, because these ones used up the 3, 5, 6 in columns 8 and 9. So I've got 1, 2, 4, 9 to fit in there. Right, 6 is on the inside of that. 3 is on the inside of that. 3 is on the outside of that now. Now, are there more X-wings here? 2 and 7 are the only ones on that pair. And 6 and 7 on those. Right, so 6 must be there because it doesn't touch the quad. 7's in one of those two. Not sure how to do this properly. There probably was 2 and 7. Yes, so 2 was on that side of there. 7 is there. And at the top, 2 and 3. So 2 is there. One of those is a 3. So I think that's used those X-wings. Then there's a 3 here and a 3 here. So 3 is on that side of the box. 7 is the one that must appear here somewhere. It's on the outside. I'm still not really getting this, am I? 2, 6, 7, 9 there. So there's a 2 on that side. So I've got this symmetrical pattern in the middle, but it's doing me no favours. Oh, it is. The 2 on this, those see 3 of the cells, so it goes there. Right, do they see 3 of the cells? No, not on that. Does that not happen again anywhere? I thought symmetry, yes, 6 places the 6 on that one. Then we need a 6 in one of those two, so that's a 6, 7 pair. So that's a 3, 4 pair. That resolves where 3 is. And also 2 and 3 are looking up here, so that's a 7, 8 pair with a 2, 3 pair there. This is a 1, 5, 9 triple. That must be 9, that must be 5, that must be 1. This has become the only place for a 7 in the central box. That's a 4. This is now a 1, 5, 9 triple. Then we need 2, 4 and 8. That must be a 2, 4 pair given the quad. That's an 8 given its quad. Got a 1, 5, 9 triple there and a 6, 8 pair here. Backed up by a 7, 9 pair which can be written in. That's 1, 4, 8 based on the quad in the box. 2 and 4. This is a 6, 9 pair next to a 3. That's a 5. That's a 2, 7 pair. 2 and 5 are looking at that. It's a 3, 6 pair. This is a 2, 5 pair. 1, 4, 8 down there in the area I can't resolve. Now, 8 and 2 are looking there, so that's a 1, 7 pair. 1 comes out of all those. 4, 9 pair makes that 5. That's a 2, 8 pair now, so that resolves this 7, which carries on for a bit, which is kind of it. That can't be 4 and 9. We've got 3 and 5 here. Got a 4, 9 pair here, and now I should start being able to resolve all the dominoes that I've got left. 1 and 2 there, that's an 8. I think we're reducing everything to a few dominoes now. 6 and 4 are up there, that's a 3, 5 pair. 6, 5, 8, 9, that's a 6, 5 pair. That's an 8, 9 pair, that has become a 1. And everything in a moment is going to be just dominoes to resolve. So that's a 1, 8 pair. Yeah, so 4 there. And every cell has 2 candidates at this stage. Right, let's do columns 8 and 9. 1, 8. There's a 1, 2 pair looking at that. 5, 3, 6, 3, 6, 4, 9, 4. That's as much as I can do there. Let's do rows 1 and 2. We've got a 5, a 9 and a 7. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 3 there. That's better. 4, 6, 5, 3. Now that 5 and 3 does the 5 and 3 at the bottom, and the 4 and 6 can be used in the central box here. 8 and 9, 8 and 2. 1 and 7, 2 and 7, and we've just got the bottom 2 rows to do now. 3, 4, 9, 4, 9, 1, 2, and 1. 5 minutes 18, that felt, well, it felt quicker towards the end. I think I was struggling at the start, wasn't I? But I think I will have picked up all 10 hats again here today. And I think that feels like a sequence of about, well, at least 20 puzzles in a row where I've got the 2 hat times each time. So I'm in a blistering gas streak at the moment. A real shame that I did not remember to make time and take part in the Sudoku Grand Prix at the weekend. I was told about it before it was over, and then I annoyingly forgot until 7 minutes before closing time, which was very annoying. So didn't have a go at that. I did have a go at one of the puzzles in the instruction book. Anyway, that was my gas excursion for today. Maybe I will call the video Feliz NaviGAS, which at least has the right pronunciation of a vowel. Yes, I like that. That's what it'll be. Feliz NaviGAS to you for last